Have you ever stumbled across a manga that focuses its main plot around friendship? Oh, you have. Okay, well what about a manga that focuses its main plot around overcoming obstacles? Oh, you've seen that as well. Well, what about a manga that focuses around all those things put together, but also the characters within this story are realistically written and it puts them in realistic situations, but also the characters within this story self-reflect on the actions that they have made in the past, but not only them, it also makes you, the viewer, self-reflect on the actions that you have made in the past as well. What's going on, guys? I'm Miles, welcome back to the Grand Variety channel, and in today's video, I'm doing a review of Koei no Katachi, A Silent Voice. Let's get this started. I believe that we have either been bullied or have once even been the bully at least once throughout our lives. Most of us want to just escape those dark moments that used to haunt us on the decisions that we made in the past, while others hold it in and act like everything is okay, even though they are genuinely hurting inside. Meet Ishida Shoya, the main protagonist of the series. Ishida is just your average kid who likes to be adventurous, but his way of being adventurous is only a supplement to his boredom, as his way of having fun is to play pranks on living things or other kids. It is only then when a new classmate is transferred to the school where Ishida focuses all of his attention on. Let me introduce you to Nishima Shoko, the female protagonist of the series. Nishima transfers to Ishida's school where she has high hopes of having a happy elementary life and make new friends along the way, just like any normal child. There is only one problem though, which prevents her from doing so. She's deaf. As you can probably tell where I'm going with this, Ishida ends up bullying Nishimiya to the point where Nishimiya has no choice but to transfer out of the school. After realizing what Ishida has done, Ishida later becomes isolated from everyone and very introverted as well. He regrets what he did in the past and slowly grows to hate people, especially himself. However, Ishida eventually reunites with Nishimiya in high school, and he swears it upon himself that he will give Nishimiya back the happiness he once took from her, reuniting her with old classmates along the way. The story revolves around the saying, "What goes around comes around," and the reader is left wondering, can and will our protagonist be able to fix the mistakes he's made in the past? And in a nutshell, that pretty much is what sums up the plot of A Silent Voice and what it focuses on. But what really makes this manga so enjoyable to read are the characters. In the beginning of the series, you are really going to hate Ishida. You are going to despise him. You're going to want what's coming to him. You don't care if things get better for him in the near future. And if anything, you're probably even going to assume that he is the worst character that you have read in any manga. Like Ishida, we are really quick to judge people. Even though we may not say it, we judge them in our minds. Even if you haven't been a bully or at least been the victim of bullying at least once throughout your life, you can really connect with this manga because, like Ishida, we at least want to take one moment where we can revert back to the past and, basically fix the mistakes that we have made. This is what makes Ishida so relatable. Ishida is willing to accept and atone for what he did in the past and even goes as far as learning sign language in order for one day in the hopes of reuniting with Nishimiya once again and communicating as equals. In my personal opinion, I think that Ishida goes down as one of the best well-written characters in any manga that I have read so far, and just due to his development alone throughout the series and as he grows as a person, just makes you want to keep reading. Nishimiya is also another character throughout the series of the manga who I found very relatable to as well, because just like Nishimiya, I also suffer from a disability. I'm not going to go into any specifics because that is another topic for another time. Nishimiya is an interesting character, as if you have ever been a victim of bullying, you can easily relate to her position throughout the manga. Trying to make friends, trying so hard to fit in, yearning to be accepted by someone. Nishimiya does have great development throughout the manga as she slowly starts to regain the life she wished she had long ago. If it is any fault that Nishimiya suffers as a character, it would have to be how forgiving she is towards Ishida. If anything, I would have liked to see Nishimiya slowly have opened up her trust to Ishida, but instead it seems that what happened to her in the past between Ishida and herself seemed to have just been discarded and acted as if nothing happened. But even though with this minor little problem that I have with Nishimiya's character, this problem also serves as a benefit to her in the long run because of the fact, just like anyone else who has been bullied in the past, they try their hardest to make friends and they want to be accepted by other people. They just want a friend and they just want someone that they communicate with, and they are willing to go through any lengths in order to do so, even if that means accepting the person who bullied you in the past. Ishida and Nishimiya are just two of the examples of the characters that you will find throughout this manga who just want to better themselves, have a new outlook on life, and just start out fresh. And throughout the series, you are going to come across other characters who are just as broken as they are. To put it simply, A Silent Voice is a redemption story that focuses on what true friendship is, learning from your past mistakes, and eventually learning to accept who you are. Some people tend to define this manga as a romance, and if you are going into this manga expecting some type of romance out of the series, you are going to be easily disappointed, as the story really focuses on the trials and tribulations of the characters rather than on the romance aspect. And if you are going into this manga expecting some type of romance, you are going to be easily disappointed by the end of the manga. In my personal opinion, I think the ending to this manga was spot on, and it was very well done. You are really going to enjoy from what happens in the beginning of the manga to the end, and the story is just so gripping and the characters are just so well done that you just want to keep reading the next chapter and wanting to find out what happens next. And I'm not gonna lie, while reading this manga, it really made me self-reflect on the choices that I've made in the past, and also really some of the situations that the characters go through really hit close to home and hit you right in the feels. There are a total of 7 volumes of A Silent Voice, and 3 have already been published in the English translation, with the 4th one coming out in late November. Now, when it comes to the rating system between the anime and manga that I review, I really do not like going by the numbers, as my opinion can easily differentiate from yours. But if you are really wondering what I feel about this series, in case you haven't already noticed, I recommend to straight up buy this series. If you are looking for a manga that has a great story, great characters who are realistically written, and just a overall story that pretty much everyone can relate to, then I can't recommend this series enough. Did I also forget to mention that there is an anime adaptation currently in the works? That about does it for my review of Koei no Katachi, A Silent Voice. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give it a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you thought about the series and what you thought about the review. And if you want to stay up to date to my future content, please hit the red subscribe button below and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for the video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you guys next time.